to my channel. My name is Denise. If you're new, it's a pleasure having you, and I hope you will subscribe and become a part of this family I'm building here on YouTube. So today I want to talk to you guys quickly. I'm going to be sharing with you 10 tips that I've learned about marriage over the years. My husband and I have been married for a little over 6 years now. We've been together for roughly 7 years. What can I say? Ours has been an unexpected romance, and I think it went quite quickly. Yes, it did. But we have been really happy and blessed ever since. And today I just want to share with you some things that I've learned over the years that has really helped us to stay together and to keep it working. Alright, so first tip I want to share with you is that prayer is very important for a good marriage. So prayer would be my number one tip, and I would say pray together as a couple. Pray for your partner always. Pray for your marriage, pray for your family, pray about the challenges that you're having, any big decisions you have to make. Pray about those. I think over the years I've come to realize that prayer is an important ingredient for any successful marriage, and we have seen, well, I have seen personally, where God has really answered the prayers that we have prayed, and I think praying has really brought us closer together. And I'm just gonna be looking at my phone because that's where I have them listed. So my next tip is to talk. What can I say about this one? It is so important to talk. I think in our vows, this was a part of our vow that we promised to always talk and to keep talking to each other. And I was wondering why the marriage official made us say that. But I'm so thankful that she did, because it has been really, really important. And I feel now that she knew what she was talking about when she made us promise to keep talking to each other. Because talking to each other has been such a blessing, and it has been one of the things that have kept us from having fights, that has kept us, really focused on the things that are important. Talk about your feelings, talk about your dreams, talk about your day, talk about everything, the challenges, your hopes for the future. And feelings, I think, is one thing that we should never ignore. We should never bottle things up and leave it for another time. Whatever you feel is important, and I think you should voice it. I think even talking about the uncomfortable things is even more important. Sometimes you might have difficult conversations, and sometimes you might have disagreements. Things might be said that hurt your feelings, and we have a habit as human beings to overthink things, and your mind is always turning. And sometimes somebody can say something, and in your mind you come up with all sorts of assumptions as to what the person meant and what the person intended. And sometimes those assumptions are so far from the truth. So it's best, I think, to ask for clarity. Ask the person what they meant. Share with the person how you felt about what was said. Because I find that when you talk about these things, sometimes you realize that, oh, this is what was meant, And even though I took it this way, it's not what the person really intended. And you can talk it over, apologies can be made, everybody feels better, and you can move on. I realized at some point that You know, when you're young and you're in a young relationship, everything feels so passionate and so urgent and so overwhelming, and it still feels that way, you know. It's good to keep the passion alive, and it's good to be into each other and all that, but I've come to realize that marriage is so much more than that, and while it's important to keep that aspect alive, it's even more important to realize that marriage is this beautiful partnership, and it's really about friendship. And in a way, you realize that your partner becomes your best friend, and your partner becomes your partner in life. I mean, you guys are taking this journey together. You know, you're there like supporting each other, you're there for each other, you're there in each other's corner, backing each other, and making it possible for the other person to feel encouraged and to feel that yes, I can do this because I have support and I have somebody who is going to be with me no matter what. So it's not just about the passion and the fun times and all of that. It's about building a lasting friendship, and it's about building a partnership that will stand the test of time. So yeah, passion is important. That's my next tip. So I'm not saying it's not important. It is very important. It's very important to keep the intimacy alive and to enjoy each other's company. Don't overlook that. Pay a lot of attention to it. Just don't give it all the attention, okay? But it's important. So that's my fourth tip, yes. So number 5, I'm going to say that kindness is my next tip. Yeah. I think this one is important to me because, I don't know, I feel as human beings we really need to be kind to each other. And even so within a marriage, I feel that your marriage is supposed to be your safe place, you know. Your marriage is supposed to be where you feel the most at home, where you feel the most loved and supported. And even in disagreements and even in arguments, it is very important to be kind to each other, to be considerate. And I think this is what Bo and I have tried to be to each other. Just to be kind and understanding. I'm not saying there are not times when you get angry, and when you get angry you might feel like you want to say something that is not so nice. It's best not to. It's best, for me, for one, I like to wait and let anger and stuff like that pass before I try to respond to some things, because sometimes it's not worth it to say something you're going to regret in the spur of the moment. You have to remember that you need to be kind to each other, and whatever you're having, whatever issues is going on, is going to be temporary, and the importance of your marriage is and maintaining your partnership is more important than the immediate day-to-day situations, because those come and they go just like that, you know. But your relationship is what will stay, and I think kindness will help to keep that going. All right, apart from being kind, my next tip for you is that self-care is really, really important. You cannot give yourself if you don't take care of yourself. You have to find space and balance and a time for you, time to take care of you, time to, you know, just focus on yourself, time to rejuvenate, time to just do the things that makes you happy, the things that makes you motivated and content. Have your time, and self-care is important. exercising, eating right, drinking enough water for me. That is always a struggle, but just doing the things that will keep you healthy and that will keep you happy and that will keep you motivated towards life and towards this relationship is, yeah, cannot be overlooked. So take care of yourself so that you can take care of your relationship. And my next tip is related to the one I just gave about self-care. It's about just being happy. And so many times we depend on a marriage and a relationship and another person to make us happy. And if that is what you're going to depend on to make you happy, it's only going to last for a while. Because even the most perfect marriage will have downtimes and will have problems. And if you're depending on the marriage and on your relationship to keep you happy, then you're gonna find that it's difficult and that's not going to be sustainable. But as a part of this relationship, you have to feel whole within yourself. You have to feel content with who you are. You have to feel happy, and you have to find that self-peace and that self-acceptance and that self-awareness. And I think with that, when the two of you come together as a whole, then it will be a much better package. So yeah, be happy with yourself and who you are, and I think your marriage will stand a better chance. And my next tip is to forgive. Be very quick to forgive. It doesn't make sense to hold a grudge. It doesn't make sense. This little boy has me on my toes. Be the bigger person and say you're sorry and just move on. Yeah, forgive and move on. I am thankful that Bo and I have had the sort of relationship where we are both quick to say sorry, and we are both quick to forgive, and we are both quick to move on, and to just don't let the little things. We don't fight much. I can't really remember us fighting. But alright, so my next tip is to not to let the challenges and the problems steal your laughter and your happiness. Because listen, life is hard, people. Life is hard. Challenges will come, you know, and as couple, you're always going to face difficult situations, and if you allow this to be the focus of your attention all the time, then you lose the joy, you know, you lose the silliness of life. You have to be able to find the balance. You have to be able to laugh. You have to be able to just make fun of the situation. You have to be able to enjoy the little moments. You know, the little moments are quite, hi honey, the little moments are quite important, and the little pleasures of life, you know, enjoy them, and don't let the down times and the hard times take away that from you. Alright? Going through some hard time, go for a walk and eat some ice cream, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm craving right now. Pregnancy craving, people. Alright, and my next tip is to create memories. Create memories, have experiences together, travel as much as you can. You know, just do things together as a family and as a couple. Alright guys, so my last tip for today is that material things are not as important as we sometimes make them. I know we all have dreams and we all have things we want to achieve. As a couple, you might want to build a house, you might want to have a car, and those kinds of things are quite okay to aspire towards. But I think we should not do them at the expense of our marriage and relationship. It's okay to be content with what you have at the moment and to just enjoy where you are in life and while you work towards what you want, don't let the things that you want for your future destroy what you have now and become more important than the two of you. I think your relationship and your marriage is the most important thing. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope these tips were useful. Please subscribe and share, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.